Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is July 18, 2024, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the Dow Jones surges to new all-time record highs while the Nasdaq tumbles. But first, looking at today's major economic events, so 2:15 South African time, out of the European Union, we have a main refinancing rate. That's a rate decision. Now, jumping into the Forex symbols, the euro and the British pound both push higher versus the dollar. Now, jumping into commodities, gold steady and holding strong, while oil surges and natural gas continues to slide. Now, looking at the stocks that push the markets, it's the big tech and the semiconductors that sold off and pushed the Nasdaq lower, while the banks remain strong and steady, pushing the Dow Jones to all-time record highs. Now, lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin holding strong as well and steady. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here you go. First with the Euro USD. You see this push higher. Now, the Euro versus the dollar lags, okay, vis-a-vis the GBP USD. GBP is stronger, okay, vis-a-vis the euro versus the dollar, okay? This is really important because this was a layup and an easy trade. Now, it did push to its next resistance-ish level, very choppy area, 109.40-ish level, so we may see a retracement later today, especially if the main refinancing rate is unchanged. GBP, we're looking at a 4-hour. Let's look at a daily. Now, that surged above that 128.76 and then continued. We are at 130-ish level. Now, again, I do expect a little bit of a pullback here as we're hitting new areas. Now, jumping into commodities. Gold holding on strong, almost to its record highs at 24.66. Obviously, 24.81-ish level is its high. So just keep an eye on it, all right? It may push out higher at some point later today. Crude oil surges. Look at that. From $80 to $83, we're at resistance-ish level. Could be just a nice surge after yesterday's inventory report, so keep that in mind. Now, looking at natural gas. They're looking at a weekly chart. Now, this has been a high flyer in the past, okay? However, it is retracing here to $2. That's a decent sell-off, okay? And we are getting into a little bit of a supportish area as we head into that almost $1-ish level, high $1-ish level, but that's going to be a supportish area for natural gas. Keep that in mind as well. Now, jumping into the U.S. markets, what a day, okay? Normally, they trade together, but every so often you get this divergence between the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones. So let's just jump straight to the Dow Jones first. All-time record highs, 41,600-ish level. We're just off of it. Let's take a look. Yep. 41,600. I mean, that was the high. We're at now 41,560. Now, what's pushing this higher? The banks, okay? However, keep an eye on the Nasdaq. Now, the Nasdaq did show a little bit of weakness the other day. We didn't mention it. It was a little bit unchanged, but then it caught up to itself, and all the big tech and the semiconductors actually trading in tandem, okay? So let's dissect it. Let's first do the banks, okay? Banks been very strong. JP Morgan on all-time record highs at 216, hit a level of 217 yesterday. Bank of America, $43, okay? So it's been very, very strong. However, if you look at the big tech, which was the reason we got into these all-time record highs, they petered out. Look at Microsoft, below, from 467 down to 443. Facebook taking a nosedive from 540 down to 460. It's over almost $100 point decrease there. Now, jumping into the semiconductors, that includes AMD, NVIDIA, and all those guys. Look at AMD down 10% yesterday from 187 down to 159. That is a major, major move. That was a gap down and go to our low. If you look at NVIDIA also, you can't see this so clearly, but we did sell off, okay? A very, very decent sell-off as we're looking here as well. Now, looking at Bitcoin, all right? This is where it becomes very interesting. Bitcoin remains strong, relatively, okay? Holding on to its 65,000, just shy of it right now, but holding on to its 65,000 level. Now, I just want to cover over the VIX. Now, the VIX is a volume index. It records the volume in the markets. When we get a spike up, usually that's a generator for a sell-off. And you can see that that's happening right now. We had 2 spikes up, 2 gap ups and goes, okay? And we're now at that resistance-ish level. So we may see a convergence in the markets right now. We may see the tech stocks actually bounce at these levels. So keep an eye on that. This is Fed Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.